back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sam, and on today's video I have a very old footage to show you. So what had happened was I created this whole video with 3 nail looks that you could use for the Jonas Brothers concert in case you were going this year, and I just got in my head and I thought they weren't good enough and I just never posted them. Now the tour is almost over and I was just reflecting about all the stuff that I just haven't posted because I've just been so like self-doubting myself. I don't understand why. I think I was just comparing myself too much with people on Instagram, which is never helpful, and I never do that, so I don't understand why I decided to do that. I have always been very open about not being a professional like nail artist or just a professional in anything related to nails because I like to take a simpler approach to like nail looks. That's why I always do like skittle manis and just simpler like nail ideas, because there's people out there who are also like me and just don't know how to do all of this like sophisticated nail art, and I'm sure they would appreciate this video. So although I knew that, for some reason I just got in my head and I decided to just scratch this whole project. I had already edited and I literally deleted like the whole thing. I do have the raw footage and obviously this is what you're going to see now, but I don't know, I just went very hard on myself, and I feel like that's something that I'm going to work on for next year because you have no idea the amount of videos that I have recorded and I have just not uploaded. And literally like every week that there's not a video, it's because I doubted myself and I just overthought too much and I just decided to not post it. Other than that, I'm always so consistent with my videos. Like I'm very, I don't know how to explain it. Like once I commit to something, I am very like determined to completing that, and I have always put in my head that I'm going to post a video once a week. At least for this year, that was like my goal. And I hate when I see that I don't do that just because I'm doubting myself. Anyways, this has been like a very long intro. I decided to do this video originally because of being a fan of the Jonas Brothers literally my entire life since I was a tiny baby. I was like just obsessively in love with them and I always wanted to go see them live, but one, I lived in Peru at the time and my mother was not gonna take her child to a concert. She just wasn't gonna do it. I was too little. And once I moved here, I just didn't have the money to go, and again, the little money that we had, my mother was not gonna use it to go to a concert. So once they reunited back in 2019 maybe, or 2018, I went with my best friends and I had the time of my life. And ever since, I have tried to go to every concert that they've had, at least in Miami or in Tampa. And I don't know, I just feel so lucky that I was able to experience that because it's something that I wanted so badly when I was a child. So all of this just to say I've been a Jonas fan for a very long time, and I thought it would be fun to create some nail ideas for their concerts. Now I know their concerts are almost over, but you can always use these nail ideas for literally anything. They're very simple and the color schemes can work for any season, I feel. So let's just get to them. For the first look, I was inspired by the Happiness Begins album, specifically the song Cool, and that cover photo for this song, I just thought it was really cool, just had to say it. I still remember when they announced that they were getting back together and they started teasing this song. Oh my god, it was just the song of the summer. Now I'm totally making that up because I don't remember if it got released during the summer, but I'm thinking it did because it would only make sense. This was also in 2018, which was probably one of my favorite years. I just had so much fun that year, and that was before the pandemic, which feels like 1,000 years ago. For the second look, I was inspired by this picture from the Disney games. Oh my god, I used to be obsessed with this. I watched it every summer, and I remember this specific year when the Jonas Brothers were there, Miley Cyrus, and it was just so fun. I think I saw an interview where somebody said that this was probably like the worst thing for them because they couldn't even get a break during the summer. They had to play these games, but I thought this was the biggest like I don't know, collab, I guess. I don't even know how to call it. It was just iconic to see so many of my favorite Disney like people just play together. I loved it. And lastly, the final look is inspired by the album cover from this album. I think it's just called Jonas Brothers, to be honest. I'm blanking right now, but some of my favorite songs are in this album. And also a fun fact, the first song I ever heard by them was Kids of the Future. I just loved it so much. I was just mesmerized by it, and ever since I've been hooked. As you probably noticed, I use light slacker shades for all of these looks. It's just what I have the most of, and all the colors are just so perfect for each cover. So if you're interested in using any of them, I have an affiliate code, which is SAM. You can use it at checkout and you'll get an extra 10% off. Okay everyone, that's going to be everything for today's video. Thank you so much for listening to my little blabber at the beginning. And I also wanted to mention that I did post an Instagram, like, I don't know, like carousel, I think that's what they're called, with all like the pictures, well not all of them, but at least like one per concert that I have gone, and just with a little description on when it was that I went to that concert. So if you want to check that out, make sure you see my Instagram. And oh my god, I have not mentioned this, but in one of the concerts, JONAS touched my hand and I lost my mind. I included the video on my Instagram post, so don't you worry, you're gonna see that there. But when I tell you that my soul left my body, I'm not exaggerating. And then for my last concert, which if you've seen my latest vlog, you would have seen a lot of that footage. I was so close to them and I was in heaven. I was just in heaven. Anyways, leave me a comment telling me if you're a JONAS fan, and if you are, you can tell me your favorite song, your favorite album, or anything JONAS related. And if you're not, thank you so much for sticking by and watching this video. It means a lot to me. I'll see you next week with another one. Bye.